Hello to everyone. This is Viewpoint on Noyan Tapan TV, and I am Benyamin Poghosyan. Today we will discuss the perspectives of Armenia-Turkey relations in the context of so-called earthquake diplomacy. On February 6, the terrible tragedy happened with Turkey and Syria. The two very strong earthquakes devastated the entire areas of these two states. Immediately after the earthquake, many countries, more than 100, sent humanitarian assistance to Turkey. Among them was Armenia, and this is quite normal action. Armenia itself suffered from devastating earthquake in 1988, and Armenian people know very well what does it mean to have an earthquake with such a strong waves. So Armenia sent rescue team to Turkey, 27 rescuers, and then Armenia sent also humanitarian assistance, 5 trucks of humanitarian cargo, which passed through Armenia-Turkey land border. And this was the first time when any vehicle passed the Armenia-Turkey land border since 1993, when Turkey closed the border and imposed economic blockade on Armenia, hoping to this way support Azerbaijan and force Armenia to make unilateral concessions amidst the conflict of Nagorno-Karabakh. After the end of the First Karabakh War, Armenia-Turkey made several attempts to normalize their relations. The most famous was so-called football diplomacy, which took place in 2007-2009 with the mediation of Switzerland, United States, and which ended with the signature of Zurich protocols in October 2009. However, at that time, Turkey stopped the process under the strong pressure from Azerbaijan and resumed its original and initial policy that comprehensive Armenia-Turkey normalization is possible only after the normalization of Armenia-Azerbaijan relations, or as Turkey put it, only after Armenia will end the occupation of Azerbaijani lands. After 2020 Nagorno-Karabakh war, when Azerbaijan took control of all the security zone around Nagorno-Karabakh and also occupied 30% of Nagorno-Karabakh itself, Armenia and Turkey started to think about the new phase of normalization of relations. The process started after the early parliamentary elections in Armenia in June 2021. Then in December 2021, sides appointed 2 special representatives and they started their meetings January 2022. First meeting took place in Moscow and then they held several other meetings. Most recently, the meeting was held in early July in Vienna. And then on October 6, 2022, President Erdogan met with Prime Minister of Armenia, Pashinyan, in Prague. However, if we look through this new phase of Armenia-Turkey normalization process, which now we can say that it's going on approximately for 1.5 years, we may say that only symbolic gestures have been made, such as a decision reached on July 1st to open Armenia-Turkey land border for the citizens of third countries, and the decision to open the direct air cargo flights between Armenia and Turkey. Despite the hopes in Armenia that after the defeat in Nagorno-Karabakh war and after Azerbaijan took control almost 80% of the Nagorno-Karabakh Republic territory, Turkey will be more favorable in normalization its relation with Armenia and will put aside preconditions. This was not the case. Both before and during the new phase of Armenia-Turkey normalization process, Turkish official position was very clear. Armenia-Turkey comprehensive normalization is possible only after Armenia-Azerbaijan peace treaty, which in reality means only after Armenia accepts Azerbaijani demands and de facto signs the capitulation with Azerbaijan. So this was very clear Turkish position, and despite the fact that Armenian side reiterated many times that no, there are no preconditions, it was not a big secret that there is at least one precondition. Armenia should accept Azerbaijani demands regarding Armenia-Azerbaijan border delimitation, the future of Nagorno-Karabakh, Zangezur corridor, and etc. And this was also publicly stated by key Turkish leadership, such as Foreign Minister Çavuşoğlu and President Erdogan. Even after meeting with Prime Minister Pashinyan on October 6, 2022 in Prague, President Erdogan publicly stated that he told Pashinyan, no Armenia-Turkey comprehensive normalization process before Armenia-Azerbaijan peace deal. Otherwise, Turkey is ready to continue process for the process and even sometimes make these symbolic gestures, like the agreement to open the Armenia-Turkey land border for the citizens of third countries. But interestingly, even these symbolic gestures Turkey is not going to implement, because according to the agreement, which was reached on July 1st, the land border for citizens of third countries should be opened until September 2022. Now we are in mid-February 2023, and nothing has been there. And only in January 2023, Turkey allowed some direct cargo flights between Armenia and Turkey. However, despite the fact that in the last 18 months of negotiations between Armenia and Turkey, nothing concrete was reached, Armenian government decided to dispatch the foreign ministers of Armenia to Turkey after the earthquake. Foreign minister visited Turkey. He was in Ankara. He met with Foreign Minister Mevlut Çavuşoğlu, and then he also visited the areas suffered with the earthquake and met with also Armenian rescuers. After this, and after 2 times Armenia sent humanitarian cargo via Armenia-Turkey border, there were a lot of discussions about so-called earthquake diplomacy, which presumably will be more successful than football diplomacy of 2007-2009. However, let's be clear. Despite Armenian gestures and despite the visit of foreign ministers and despite the very sensitive statements and sensible statements from Turkish leadership that okay, this was showed that Armenia make grassroots action and Turkey will never forget the support of Armenia, it's less likely that Turkey will change its official position regarding Armenia-Turkey normalization process. Again, comprehensive normalization is possible only after Armenia accepts Azerbaijani demands. And any hopes that by sending humanitarian cargo, by showing some gestures, even sending the foreign minister to Ankara, despite the apparent failure of 18 months Armenia-Turkey normalization process, will somehow convince Turkish side to change its strategy and to separate Armenia-Turkey and Armenia-Azerbaijan normalization process and to say, okay, we don't care what's happening in Armenia-Azerbaijan normalization track, we don't care if there is or there is no Armenia-Azerbaijan agreement, we will move forward with comprehensive normalization of Armenia-Turkey relations behind these symbolic gestures. This is absolutely unlikely. So, summarizing, we may say that at least as far as the current Turkish leadership is in power, and of course now there are a lot of discussions, will elections take place on May 14, 2023, as was scheduled, or maybe Turkish current government will try to postpone elections until June 18, which is allowed by constitution, or maybe even to break the constitution and postpone elections for another 6 or 1 year, organizing them in spring-summer 2024. Let's see what will happen, but as far as the current Turkish leadership is in power, it's absolutely unlikely that they will change their strategic position towards Armenia, that they will separate Armenia-Turkey and Armenia-Azerbaijan relations, and they will make steps for comprehensive normalization of Armenia-Turkey relations before Armenia-Azerbaijan peace treaty, which in reality means before Armenia accepts Azerbaijani demands on all issues currently discussed between Armenia and Azerbaijan. The future of Nagorno-Karabakh, and let's remember that according to Azerbaijan there is no Nagorno-Karabakh at all, the border delimitation and demarcation process, and let's not forget that Azerbaijan demands all so-called enclaves, which will give him direct control of Armenia-Iran and Armenia-Georgia strategic highways, and also the so-called opening of Zangezur corridor. So as for now, and as far as President Erdogan is in power, most probably, Turkey will insist Armenia should accept all Azerbaijani demands before any comprehensive normalization is possible between Armenia and Turkey. This is all for today, and we will meet soon.